Hey everybody, it's the Obscure Reference Show! Yay! My name is Drew! And there's Mike! And there's Miles! And there's Patrick!
Hey, how's it going? We're doing
Drew,
stuff.
you forgot to introduce my hairline as well.
Oh, well,
It's a little bit further
Yeah.
back than me, though.
Well,
it's so non-existent that
Yeah.
unlike you, Mike, it needs no introduction.
I...
It speaks for itself.
What's going on this week, guys?
Well, Amazon bought Comixology.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, honestly.
I have no feelings about it right now.
Free comic books with your Prime membership.
If that's
That would
the
be
case,
amazing.
That is freaking awesome. I would love that. I just don't know if we're going to get that.
However, Amazon does tend to put their Kindle graphic novels on sale more often than Comixology does. Like their regular prices are cheaper, it seems. So I'm wondering if we're going to see any fallout from that.
I wonder if we're going to see Dark Horse and a couple of the other comic companies that are not in Comixology finally in Comixology just because of Amazon's pull.
Is Dark Horse not on there at all?
Dark Horse is not. They've got their own app, and their app sucks. It crashes all the time.
That sucks. 'Cause they do have some good books.
They've got all the Buffy the Vampire Slayer stuff. They've got.
Brian Wood Star Wars is really great.
Is that the Star Wars? The one
Yeah,
where
no, not the Star Wars, just Star Wars. The one with
Is
the
that-
Alex Ross covers and the ones that take place in between A New Hope and Empire.
I read the first issue of the Star Wars, and it was pretty weird.
Yeah, I didn't care for it, and I purchased the second issue as well, and I never read it.
Yeah,
That's the one that's
I'll-
based on his original concept, right?
Yeah, so like Luke Skywalker is who is
It's
it?
Anakin Starkiller, isn't it?
Well, but then there's an Obi-Wan character that's a different kind of thing, and I haven't even met Han Solo and Lizard Man Chewbacca yet, but I think they don't come until issue 2, but super weird stuff.
The weird thing was Kate Mulgrew recently made the news for her the documentary she's narrating called The Principal, which
It's about Mr. Belding.
Yes.
I wish
It's a documentary about Mr. Belding. Every other page, you get a picture of him going, "Hey, hey, hey, hey! What is going on here?"
I wish, because for some reason some
No,
people
it's about,
still think that the Earth is the center of the
Yeah.
universe.
It's about geocentrism.
Yes. So Kate Mulgrew is somehow involved in the production of this. However,
She's the narrator.
well, she's one of the narrators. There are several voiceover people involved. She actually released a statement yesterday claiming that at the time she did not know of this she is not a geocentrist. She did not know of that dude's involvement.
Because she's not insane. Do people really think this?
I'm calling bullshit only because I think she just did it for a paycheck.
Well, of
Yeah,
course she did
well-
it for a paycheck. She is an actress. What the thing is, though, when you're a working actor or actress, sometimes you just got to take the jobs that you get. And when something like this happens, and you make the realization that, oh, this is really dumb, and I shouldn't have involved myself with it, it's too late.
Yeah, but
I would do a narration for that movie if money was involved and I didn't believe it.
I'm sure I would do the same thing.
we have no morals here on the show. I think we would all be cashing that
Cash
check
is king.
before we even sit down in the recording booth. And we're like, what's all this about the sun revolving around the? I don't care. I don't
Look,
care.
you pay me $100,000 to tell people that the Earth is the center of the universe, and I will do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you pay me $20,000, I'll probably say that.
A documentary that says people are made out of potatoes. And, I mean, as much as I love people and potatoes, I love money more, so... Yeah, we're
If people were made out of potatoes, would you guys turn to cannibalism quicker in a world-end event?
Probably. I guess what bothers me is that there are people who actually think this shit's real. Like,
So the guy that is writing and making the documentary is also a staunch Holocaust denier.
yeah.
Which is
So that's what we're dealing with.
Pedigree, film pedigree that he has. Just
And
like the majority of people believe something he does not.
I didn't realize this was still up for debate. Like,
guys, I mean, we really have to ask ourselves, what proof do we have of the Holocaust other than the survivors to tell us the stories, the camps themselves, the stories from people that worked in the camps that were German soldiers,
Video footage,
footage, photographs.
if you've ever been to the Holocaust
from
Museum,
airplanes.
it is horrifying.
But seriously, what proof do we have?
Well, I mean, technically, we do not have a time machine, so there is no way to empirically know exactly what happened or how many people died. Like, it could have been 3 people, and it could have been, 6 million.
Could have.
Somewhere in between there. Probably closer to 6 million, but definitely not necessarily.
I remember when I was in 10th grade, we went to the Washington, D.C., and we went to the Holocaust Museum, and, man, it is rough.
Yeah, I didn't go. When I was in D.C., I was in, 8th grade, and for some reason my brother and I didn't go to the Holocaust Museum, but my sister and my father went, and they both walked out very sullen.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember every
Daddy
girl in
Barbie
our
time.
class was crying, and like every guy was like basically comforting every girl just because and it wasn't even in like a haha kind of way. Like everyone was just like completely.
It was like Wedding Crashers for Holocaust museums. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Like everyone was just. I mean, it wasn't that. It was just everyone was completely.
How did we get to Holocaust? Show started off so good.
And it's going strong.
It gets real deep here on Obscure Reference.
Yeah,
I was trying to make some comedy out of it. I'm realizing that it's just so
the
difficult.
air of your ways.
Oh,
No,
goodness.
I think the footage they have there is really fucked up because like you'll see like Nazi scientists like sawing limbs off and stuff of like dead bodies. It's just.
So making fun of the fact that we're talking about it was also...
I'm not making fun of it. I've been there. It's fucking horrible.
No, it isn't. That's why we shouldn't talk about it.
Sometimes we have to talk about the horrible stuff. You remember the past, or you're doomed to repeat it.
We are like the most credible news source, Fox News, and we have to give people the hard-hitting
We're
stuff.
breaking the story. The Holocaust actually happened. No one else is going to believe it unless we tell about it here on Obscure Reference with 3 people watching.
This is real. Drew, let me give you a reason why you should buy the Reaper of Souls expansion for Diablo.
Oh, because I need a reason. I need more than I'm. Go ahead.
Reason number 1, it's only $40. Reason number 2, you probably have some PS3 games that you don't play that you could trade in and get some value for. And reason number 3, adventure mode is pretty rad.
So reason number 1, it's going to be $80 for me because I have to get a copy for me and my wife.
No, you don't have to. She can get that on her own terms. I'm telling you to play with me.
Reason number 2, you should know me well enough by now to know that I am a hoarder of stuff like that, and I won't ever give it up, even if it's a game that I will never play again. And reason number 3, I've basically already bought it. I'm just waiting for payday to convince and to hope that maybe I can finish Infamous Second Son before that. But yeah, I'm getting it. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Because I've been playing the regular Diablo 3, and how are what do you know what your magic find stat is?
Not at the moment, but it's automatically better now because of Loot 2.0. But also, if you play with more than one person in your party at a time, it grows exponentially as well. And
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do because right now I get tons
Patrick,
of.
are you smelling fruit over there? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm entertaining myself.
See, Patrick, the thing you got to remember about that is I control the camera, so when you do something like that, it's not as interesting as when I do something like that.
It's also sort of creepy.
I don't care.
I'm
Like I
enjoying
said,
watching
entertaining
this.
myself, So
But anyway,
Well done. Nice.
Yeah.
You got a nice peel there.
I get
like
a
it.
couple of I've gotten a couple of legendaries, but most of what I get are yellows and blues, and I have after like a week of playing, I'm really not getting any other upgrades, which kind of bugs me. But Whatever.
Not my problem, bro.
Whatever. Whatever.
So I know that we try to keep most Batman stuff off this show now because we have our own show, but God damn it, Mike! We did get that awesome short
What did he do?
of Bruce Timm.
Oh, we got the Bruce Timm short based on the Hugo Strange story from Batman issue 1. It's only like 3 minutes long, but it's really cool. And you get Kevin Conroy
To
as
say one line,
one line, and
it was enough.
it was good. It was
I,
good.
I really like the style, and I love the fact that you can tell it's the old costume. Like, you can tell it's the purple gloves. You can tell, the really long ears, the
kind of sticking out ears.
yeah, the straight black bat. I thought it was fantastic. The tear gas machine gun was a little silly, but
Yeah,
it did fit with the
again,
pulpy feel of it.
It fits with the pulpy feel, and at least it's a tear gas machine gun and not a regular machine gun like was in the first issue.
I guess because everyone knows Batman was a gun-toting guy at the very, very start when he in the was it 29?
Hang on.
Can
So we
still
lost
talk?
Drew. So Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Mike's back.
I'm back. I'm doing well. I'm trying to think of. Speaking of Yuffie, I did buy myself a copy of Final Fantasy VII on Steam on sale. I'm looking forward to playing that again for like the 30th time.
So is that like is it remastered anyway, or is
No.
it?
No,
Do you have it on your PS3?
What are we talking about?
Final
It's
Fantasy
enhanced with
VII.
HD graphics. Like, you can bump them up to make it look a lot nicer than.
Oh yeah, you can make those square forearms look really good.
Yeah, they
Block
look like
fist.
oracles now. So we're
Well, Mike, did you not have it on the PSN?
No,
Oh, okay.
because I have my PS2 copy still.
Well,
I
let me-
finished.
It wasn't on
He's
PS2.
talking about so I missed it because I was getting this dog who was barking at stuff.
I'm moving
Um,
on. I finished Dark Souls 2 today, and I started a new character.
The universe does not revolve around Dark Souls 2.
But I found out a cool thing. Unlike Dark Souls 1, when you are done with the main story, you can like just run around the world and do whatever you want to. Finish up like fighting any bosses that you maybe missed. And you can go to New Game Plus at any time from a bonfire. You can just go to start like playthrough 2. It's
Oh,
weird.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it makes less sense than Dark Souls 1. Like, I felt like by the end of Dark Souls 1 and the ending I got, I was kind of like, oh, I think I get what's kind of happening here. And with Dark Souls 2, I'm like, nope, not a thing that I understand. But apparently a lot of that comes in New Game Plus, so
Interesting.
yeah.
They want you to dive in and get everything off of all the loot drops and whatnot. What do you think, Yuffie, about Dark Souls 2? All right, we're done.
so.
Speaking of
Do you
Final
guys-
Fantasy VII.
Do you guys want to play this new bit? This
I do.
quote unquote
Yes.
game.
We're 15 minutes into the show. You're already bringing the game on us?
Yeah, no, we're not playing at the end because I want to give people. Is anyone watching right now?
I got
We got
4.
River and Benjamin.
I want to give people watching the opportunity, because we're on a slight delay, the ability to answer, write in their own. So, very quickly, the game is called World's Worst Sci-Fi Fantasy, and I'm going to give you the title of actual self-published science fiction fantasy novels.
Oh, it's self-published?
Vanity Publishing, yes.
Wait, it's self-published and we couldn't reach the publisher?
Yes.
But we got in touch with somebody?
Yeah, no, so we'll get to that.
The
But
dude's uncle's handling it all.
I was trying to get at least one of the books rights to read on air, and I did. But first, we're just going to talk about the titles. And from the titles, you guys are going to give me a description of what you think the book is about.
Yeah, this led to a really strange conversation in text today.
Yeah. That's a weird conversation.
Yeah, we can.
I really wish we were recording that.
No regrets.
No regrets.
That being said,
Ghost dick.
we did get to hear the titles before recording the show, but I did not do my due diligence and come up with my synopsis. So this is all going to be on the spot.
Good.
Okay, well then Mike needs to go first because
I'm fine with some of them being extemporaneous. The titles speak for themselves, really. So we're going to start with the title of the book is Tylorg, and then in parentheses or the subtitle is called Kindors and Quindars.
and we're doing this in movie trailer voice, right?
You can if you like. So
I'm not going
Tylorg,
to be able to because I don't have it written out.
Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars. Once again, real book, self-published, real bad. So, Miles, did you have something prepared about what you think this book is about?
I did not.
Unbelievable, guys. We talked about this.
I told you I wouldn't have time to come up with anything beforehand.
Drew, you're the only one that sits like at a desk all day with nothing to do. So
I wrote this between shows.
Well, la-di-da. So I assume that it's a space opera. That there are two warring factions.
damn it.
And
Wait. I need you to describe what are these warring factions called? What do they call themselves?
What's the title of the book again?
Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars.
This is such a
Those.
fail. Those
Those are the two warring factions. And there's romance.
Miles,
One king does not like the other king. There are ray guns, and that's it. I got nothing on that one.
it is frightening how close you are.
Really?
Drew, no. I don't know. I forgot what it's about.
All right,
Drew,
here's mine.
Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars. What's the
A war-torn world, trapped between two sides. One man must journey across the wasteland for life and for love. Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars. This film is not yet rated.
Tylorg. Oh goodness. Oh, I need Mike. What is Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars about?
Okay. Tylorg.
Yep.
What is it?
Kindors and Quindars. How is this so difficult?
Kindors and Qzars
Also,
is about on the planet of Tylorg. Tylorg? What? Tybo?
Tylorg.
On the planet of Tybo, Billy Banks. All right, so it's a love story about Clindor and Quindor, and they are
a Romeo and Juliet, if you will.
It's more like a Bonnie and Clyde, if you will. But
yeah.
you know, they go through. So what actually happens is they fall in love, but in doing so, they create a really shitty situation for everyone because
a Tylorg baby.
because what they didn't know is that they're from two different species, and when those two specific species meet, just bad things happen, right? And like when they make love, it creates an event horizon at the genital point, and
The genital point?
it sucks them both into the black hole, and when they get spit out on the other side, it turns out that they've swapped bodies, and it stars Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
God damn it.
God, you guys got so close. So I'm gonna just read part of the description. The author is I.E. Velasquez. The book, Tylorg, Kindors, and Quindars. Tylorg is the tale surrounding some of the events that have occurred on a planet of the same name. So that's points to Mike, I believe.
Oh no, I called the dude Tylorg. Never mind.
Somewhere in our universe.
Wait, did you say they were families?
Not yet, hold on. In this series of stories, there are two types of warrior groups, the Kindors and the Quindars, points to Miles. These two groups are
I
defenders.
also had them as two warring groups, Patrick. Can I get some points too?
No.
Yes, you can.
We're not playing for points.
They we're playing for mental points. They go into battle to guard and protect the citizens of the communities in which they live. Some of these groups of heroes are just being assembled, and some of them were gathered many years ago. And I can keep. There's a very long description, but we've got the gist of this just from the title.
Is
So-
it romance?
No.
I will say that my initial thought just from the title was pretty much along those lines of what has already been discussed, but I thought I'd change it up with a little bit of Freaky Friday.
I liked it, and you got the planet. Planet is Tylorg, and on Tylorg you got Kendors and Quindars.
What
and
happens on Tylorg stays on Tylorg. Woo!
If you're a Kendor, you do not like the
Space Harpies.
Quindar living next door, and vice versa.
But what about the
You don't
Quindar that's got the baby strapped to his chest with the sunglasses and the beard?
That is
Quindars sit in the back of the spaceship.
from top to bottom. You peg them, Drew. Those dirty Quindars. Okay. That's book number 1. Book number 2 is called The Magic Camp. The subtitle is Wisdom of the Stone.
Oh God!
The Magic Camp. Wisdom of the Stone.
It just sounds like the most blatant Harry Potter ripoff
That's what I feel like
of
too.
all time.
Okay,
Yes,
and
it
no,
does.
and we have finished. Mike, you have gotten it correctly. It is in fact a complete Harry Potter ripoff. I would like to hear Drew's synopsis in another language, though.
Okay.
Archery, canoeing, shooting fireballs from your wand.
Wait, so it's
Fletcher
Wes
is-
Anderson's Harry Potter? Is this?
Kip
Would you like-
Fletcher is having trouble making friends this summer until he finds the rock that will change it all. The Magic Cap.
Dwayne
Wisdom of the
Johnson.
Stone. This film is not yet rated.
Wait, what's the character's name, Drew?
Kip Fletcher.
Kip Fletcher. I like it. Miles, do you want a chance to steal some points from these gentlemen?
I feel like it's a story about a boy who is going to a summer camp that teaches magic. He's probably into like your typical like I want to be a magician kind of thing. Realizes that he gets actual magic involved, and
He pulls a rabbit out of a hat, but he doesn't.
shut up! It's my turn to talk. I have the talking stick.
He doesn't.
That's
Miles-
So Miles has been to camp.
Cigarettes are not talking sticks.
Yes, they are. So he happens upon an actual magic object, and it has a crazy adventure. The end.
Okay, so I'm going to give whoever can name the villain, the Voldemort in this book, if you will. If you can name the villain, I will give you 5 million points. What is the villain's name in the Magic Camp Wisdom of the Stones?
Glorbog.
Glorbog, okay.
January Jones.
I'm gonna say.
Final answer, Mike.
Xander.
Xander, okay.
Yeah.
One of the Scoobies from
It's the dude from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got a very long description. Let me get through it because it's all ridiculous. Peter is going off to summer camp called Wadiko. It is his first
Peter,
time
is it
going
Peter
to
Pan?
camp.
Summer camp. Got it.
It's his first time. Well, it's called Magic Camp.
We
It's
all
the
know
first
it's
time
Shut up.
going to camp for 8 weeks. He thinks it will be just fun and games. Not so. Think again, Peter. The
Peter
ride to
Planter.
camp is simply magical, filled with surprises at every turn. But upon his
What
arrival,
was this? What was this?
I'm adding some flair to it. But upon his arrival, troubles start. He soon makes friends with Louisa, Hurley, and Deanie.
Is it Louisa or Louisa?
Luwiza.
Oh, I have no idea.
It could still be Louisa, for all we know.
What? Those 3 friends are going to help him in battle against. Are you ready for the bad guy's name?
Yep, Zarflebuff.
Steven!
No!
The great magician Steven! How could I have not seen this coming?
A former camp counselor. Steven was banished from Camp Wadiko by Dean, the camp master, for using dark powers. And now Steven is always trying to attack the camp. But Dean and the other counselors always put an end to the attack. Stephen has now learned that Peter has a special power about him to find the Stones of Wisdom. Peter finally comes to grip with the notion that he must do something about Stephen. Will a 10-year-old be strong enough to fight an adult? That is the description of the book.
That would be like if they hadn't. That would be like if they hadn't given Voldemort the name Voldemort and had just called him Tom.
Tom. Wait. What is Tom? What's Tom short for? Is Tom short for something?
Thomas.
Thomas.
The fuck, Miles?
What me?
I mean, Patrick. Wow.
I like the default is just like fucking Miles, right?
I just trained to be mad at Miles.
Why?
The fuck, Miles?
Guys, I have a very exciting final round of World's Worst Science Fiction Fantasy.
Wait, you have a physical copy of one of these?
Shatterskull. I should fail to mention the last book and this one. All three are by E.I. Velasquez.
Oh,
So is this guy like, is he
In Boston?
well, so is he the like when is he like the shitty clone of a game that comes out on like a smartphone like store that's supposed to mock the popular ones? Is that what he's doing? Is he like the Asylum movies of
is he Atlantic Rim and Transmorphers?
And Ghost Shark?
No, he is just a passionate fan of science fiction fantasy. I've met him before. He gave.
Wait, you've met him?
Yeah, he is a Boston area native. He's
Patrick,
written.
I feel really guilty about all
Yeah,
this
now I
right
feel like an asshole.
I've got permission
You
from the
made him a
publisher.
real person.
No,
you gave him a name.
I've contacted him online, and I do want to talk to him about. I love these books. I've been reading Shatterskull. To me, it's the same thing as making fun of a movie, like Troll 2, that becomes great because of how bad.
Yeah, but do you think he feels that way about his writing?
Yes. Yeah, I think he has to. As a fan of science fiction and fantasy himself, I think he has to understand what he's writing. And
Are we gonna get a lawsuit for like defiling the name of this guy?
no, we're not. Because we're just reading the descriptions of the book.
Are you a law student?
No, you're a librarian student.
Yeah, and two,
A sexy librarian student.
yeah, these are self-published books, and I actually do. I'm not being facetious. Recommend if you guys want to get a great, hilarious, difficult to read science fiction book. This is available on Amazon right now. All of his books, you can buy them through our store. I'm not joking. They are. I've not been able to finish this because it is really hard to
You
read.
can't physically.
It is. I can't even tell you why it's so funny. But we have to finish this game with what you think. You can see the title. What do you think?
All right.
Shatterskull's
So
about?
Shatterskull. All right. A long time ago, there was a super evil sorcerer, and his powers were so great that they knew that the people of whatever this place is knew that this guy had to be stopped. All right. So they got the sorcerer, and they just brutally murdered him. So much so that they wanted to destroy his brain, where his source of his magic is. So they shatter his skull into 100 pieces, and years and years and years and decades and hundreds of years, centuries down the road, somebody's trying to piece together the shattered skull of this evil sorcerer to resurrect him.
You got so much right, and I hope the other two gentlemen here build upon that, because you are so going in the right direction. I just need them to take it a little bit further. Miles, what do you got for us for Shatterskull?
Okay, so in my version, you have this skull that falls from the stars, like this like flaming skull, like Ghost Rider, crashes down to Earth and splits apart in various pieces. and you got these two kids who are like your typical small town kids are bored. They see this skull crash down, and they find part of it, and so they work on trying to figure out where the rest of it went. And when they put it back together, they're possessed by the spirit of an evil alien.
Okay. All right. I like it as well. Drew, what do you have?
Mine goes in a slightly different direction.
Dan Jackson was a cop on the wrong side of the law. Until the case that opened his eyes to a whole new world. Trapped in the past, he's got to take down the one man who knows how to get him back. Shatterskull. This film is not yet rated.
Who's the man that knows how to get him back?
The bad guy, Shatterskull.
Skull.
Oh, okay. Cool. Gotcha.
Kind of the following.
Word. Wow. I think Mike was closest on that one. Mike, we were going down the right path. This one both combines science fiction and...
Patrick is being accused in the chat room of being the author of these books, which is how he knows how to get
That's his pen name.
He's
a Boston local. A Boston local.
He gave me this
I've
book.
met.
I'm not even kidding. I've written before. I've tried to self-publish. I do not have the tenacity that this actual author has in publishing. He just published a new book this year. He's been publishing himself for years.
I published myself this morning.
And I'm actually really impressed. Like I said, I mean, just give this guy money.
What's it about?
Okay. Do you want me to read the description? You were very close. It combines science fiction and fantasy. So there's I think mechanical dragons that they ride.
And dirty cops.
There is an evil sorcerer.
Okay.
Let me just read it.
Dirty cop.
There's no dirty cops, Drew. There's dirty knights.
Dirty
space
knights. Dirty city guardsmen.
Is there hope for the world called Tyler? The planet's called Tyler. Can the
Is Tyler an evil camp counselor too?
No.
No, he's my nephew.
Can the elite team called the Darrens rid Tyler
The
of
Darrens?
Prince Devlon and his force? The Darrens, they're like, the rebels. Darrens.
So you got Darren number 1, you got Darren number 2.
Don't get me started on the characters. I will read an expert and I will kill you with the words. Will Devlon gain control over the crystal skull called Shatterskull? Can the special group of freedom fighters who call themselves Freers free slaves from Devlin's slave world? Mike's face. And what about the man named Veek? Will he and his disciples be able to help his former disciple Gondar, who is the leader of the Darrens? Will the Freers gain new allies in their fight to free slaves?
Freers?
Freers, because they free people. Can they free all the slaves
You
from
guys,
Devlin's
we need a name
slave
for
world?
our organization. We're going to start fighting this resistance, and we want to free some of our guys that are locked up in the POW camps.
Mike, what about the Liberators?
No, that
Wait,
sounds...
hold on. Why don't we call them the Enslavers? It's completely... They won't even expect that we're going to free them.
Well, no, I don't like that. The Liberators, it's too complex. I'm afraid that if someone needs to yell it real quick, you can't get that out in enough.
Okay. What about Saviors? Saviors?
Well, so we're not messianic. I don't really want to go down the whole theological.
Freedomers, because we give them freedom.
So we're getting closer, but again, I just feel like there's too many syllables there. Can we do something that doesn't make sense?
Look at Miles is like
Miles like, it was a long night. It was a long night that night. Classy dame came in wearing her high heels. I knew she was trouble from the moment she walked
Miles
in.
looks like Hunter S. Thompson smoking that thing right now.
We can't go here. This is Tyler territory.
I'm not gonna lie. I've laughed more at reading this book, and I'm only 3 chapters in than anything else in my entire life. We're gonna play a quick game now. I'm gonna start reading the book. The last person to tell me to shut up wins this game. Okay?
Oh, but this could go all night.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
this could
trust
really...
me. Trust me, you guys are gonna break. This is waterboarding times a million. Saga 1.
You are like backtracking on like, why would you say buy this because it's actually great and then say you're waterboarding us with words?
Oh, because Mike, most of our listenership is well, we're gonna call them freedom givers at Guantanamo Bay, freers at Guantanamo Bay. So they're into that kind of thing. Yeah, that joke didn't work.
I'm telling you guys, it's so bad.
Read your words, Patrick.
Sublime. It's amazing. But if any of you can last more than 3 paragraphs, then you win the internet forever. Saga 1, The Shatter Skull. Let us begin. ...
Ellipses.
No, there's 4 dots. Ellipses is 3 dots. It's a quiet winter's morning on Tyler in a land named Unizi, and the special holiday called Freedom Time that the people on the planet celebrate the joy of being free from a dreadful disease that harmed many people years ago is just 2 weeks away.
Hold on. Read that sentence again?
No, there's no going back.
Are there commas in that sentence?
There are no commas.
Guys, we're 2 weeks from freedom time. Okay?
Is he Cormac McCarthy?
Wait.
Does he use quotations? Because Cormac doesn't.
There's what? No, he's actually pretty ahead of a curve on the quotations lacking department. I'm getting back to it. The snow has been falling for days now, and many people enjoy the cold weather, but not all people enjoy the snow. So those who do not simply stay with their families, preparing their gifts to give to each other.
You're a fucking liar.
So is this Christmas?
You're a fucking liar. Show me the words on those pages right now.
Hang on.
Oh, God.
The snow has been falling for days now, and many people enjoy the cold weather, but not all people enjoy the snow. So those who do not, they simply stay in
with their families. That is all.
Keep going.
Okay. People who do not enjoy the great outdoors. No. People who do enjoy the great outdoors are outside. 2 words, outside. Going tech sledding and rock skiing with their kids.
Tech sledding, like TECH?
Yes. If you want me to stop, just tell me.
No, keep going.
I need to know more about tech sledding.
There are many. I hope it gets explained further on, but like I said, I'm only this far into the book. There are many kids who are not with their families who are building snow castles and snow people. It seems as if everyone is having fun. But that is not necessarily true about everyone. Next segment.
So I kind of feel legitimately bad because like this is, and let me just get this out here. So I feel legitimately bad for a few reasons. A, I don't like to make fun of people's craft because writing, no matter what your competency level is not going to be something that's necessarily easy to do, especially with a book of that thickness, right? So someone is literally putting their time and their efforts into a labor of love. And
I understand you completely, and I feel the same way.
Secondly, I feel bad because I'm pretty positive that English is not this first guy's language.
I can definitely concur that I'm like 90% sure it's not. Let me just say
now I feel like an asshole.
Like I said, I met him back in like 2009 when I worked at Borders. He gave us this book. This was like his first book at the time. He's written 4 more since then, all self-published. Like none of them have been purchased. If us reading this can get just one person to buy this book,
he's gonna be the Tommy Wiseau of books.
And I mean, if it gets this guy money in his pocket, then I mean, I would just rather have people read stuff and enjoy it in some way than no one ever reading it, because it's actually really good.
Patrick, you are being called to do audiobooks, to do the audiobook for this.
Oh,
God, I wouldn't heartbeat.
Oh my God, dude! Like pro bono, just like get on a microphone and read it.
You.
They have voices.
People don't always enjoy the cold, so if they don't, they go inside for
I
freedom time.
will willingly add if you send me a script
Like,
for
this could be,
specific
like,
voices
The
that
more
you
you
need.
nerd,
No,
I would too.
Guys,
Obscure
you're gonna
reference
have me neck
reads
neck
the-
when I photocopy the pages, highlight them, and then we do a dramatic reading.
oh my god.
There's
This
not
is
a
a great idea.
There's not a lot of text in the
serious.
beginning, but let me just skip ahead a paragraph to they start explaining the characters, okay? Who we're going to meet in the story. And there's, believe it or not, a lot of characters. So we've met Gondar. Gondar looked down for a moment, then he reached into the left side of his utility belt and pulled out a light green crystal ball. Sound familiar? Heavy metal?
Oh, it's a tie-in.
The Lochnar!
He held the ball up, and it created the image of a beautiful woman with light-colored skin.
Lochnar.
Yep.
Long black hair and green eyes. This woman is named Shailene. Next, the ball in his hand created a transparent, man-like figure named Roydell. Then the ball made a young man named Shaw, who has short, dirty brown hair, light color skin. Then a young, beautiful woman named Mia, who has the same color hair as Shaw, showed up in the vision. Her hair is long. We're not done. The ball in Gondar's hand. suddenly-
I've ever heard.
Then
The ball in Gondar's hand suddenly created a mean-looking yellow hair and light-colored skin.
All right, I gotta step away to let my stupid dog out. You guys continue.
All right,
having
that
fun.
counts as a submission. You're bowing out of the fight.
Well, yeah, or she's gonna start barking and say that for me. I'll be right back.
It's down to Mike and Miles. The ball
no.
then.
Hold on, Patrick. I don't think you know your audience right now. because
Right.
Me and Miles live for this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
This is not
Well,
going to end anytime soon.
Let's just see how far we get. The ball then created.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and Mike and Miles were still up listening to Patrick talk about the bullshit.
They had been live streaming for 7 days.
Eldred, who had a dark blue mask over his face. Next, the ball in Gondar's hand created a light blue furry mouse-like creature named Melboon.
All right.
This creature appeared to have two
I
small
like that-
white fangs slightly sticking out of the top of its mouth.
I like that all of these people and creatures just appear with names as well.
I know.
Hold on. I have like another half a page here. A man named Fire Arrow, who has bright red hair and yellow eyes, shows up next to Melboon. Then a beautiful, strong-like woman with gray color hair
Strong
and
like?
Strong like.
showed up.
Hold on, a strong-like woman with gray color hair, that's a Terrakian.
I'm saying there's so many. This woman is Janaret. The ball wasted no time and created Dalin, who is a man with black hair and a gold and silver-like face. Next, a well-built man with dirty white hair, which is slicked back, and large white bird wings on back appeared.
Sephiroth?
This man is named.
Or one of the
Martin.
kids from Maximum Ride.
Next, the ball created Garat, who is a man wearing a green mask that covers most of his face.
How many people are
but is
inside
not
this
his-
ball?
Dude, will you let me finish? I want to finish a paragraph here.
He's got the Green Hornet.
Please, God. Then a woman figure named Morella appeared. She is wearing a green cowl over her head and a green poncho. And next to Morella, a large white furry beast man named Sadar showed up in the vision. We're done. All the people in the vision wear the same green color suit as Gondar, except Sadar. He wears green short. Not shorts.
Okay.
Green short.
This is amazing.
You know what I want to do? I want to have this vision in my book, and I want there to be like maybe a dozen people or so, and I'm going to
You don't want to make
describe.
fun of it, but then you're making
I'm going to
fun of it.
describe some of them, and give them all names.
You know what this book reads like? It reads like it reads like a girl trying to tell you a dream they just had, but in
dude, don't even,
weird detail.
once again, so there are giant battle scenes in this, and the battle scenes consist of 300 of Darren's men fought 600 of Devlon's forces, and 800 of them died. And then 500 Skyhawks came in and bombarded 300 of the blue people, and like pages of that, pages of it, which is why I'm only this far
Modern
in.
day, yeah, modern day genius.
Wait,
Wait,
I say this needs to be a More You Nerd challenge.
No, dude,
No.
I've been trying to read this book for 5 years.
No, don't.
But I
do
will.
that,
I will try and pick out a part where there's a lot of text, and we'll try to do a dramatic reading.
I feel like
Once again,
you need to do a
All
weekly.
right, I gotta pause to let my stupid dog back in. I'll be right back.
Patrick, I feel like you need to do a weekly passage. As part
I don't know if I can get. I
Like
don't know if I can get
Masterpiece
through it.
Theater, like Masterpiece Classics, like you get like a nice smoking pipe and a silk robe, and you're just in front of the camera being like, and then Gondor had another vision. This time there was a cat named Methuselah.
Dude, I would do it if I thought I could.
I know you can. I believe in you, Patrick. I always have.
If you want to support our show and you want to support the authors that we like, you can buy this on Amazon through the link on the More You Nerd.
Benjamin has claimed that he's already sold.
Okay, and well, review it, read it, and review it, and tell this guy that you think it's good, but you also think it's bad. And I mean, we gotta be
Tell him
honest.
that you want a second one.
Oh no, there's sequels. Trust me, there are sequels.
Wait, there's sequels?
Yeah,
Like
so I didn't.
Shatter Skull 2, the Reckoning?
No, one is
The
it's the same
Shattering.
characters. I've never read them, but I have a description of one. What am I doing? Right here. So, another book by him is called Strength of Allies. This book is a science fiction epic in which a woman named Manarin, woke up from a bad dream of the future, add what evil might possibly come. Manarin found a boy named Jevin Quinn, whom she raised from a child and trained him to be a warrior who will fight this evil. Together they round up a collection of warriors and mutant warriors to do battle with Prince Devlon, who wishes to conquer Planet Tyler. All that Planet Tyler's back. This epic begins in media rest, R-E-S-T. So the readers first encountered Jevin
man.
after defeating Devlon and his forces at Dotson Forest, where they meet his ally
Dotson
Shailene,
Forest, like Nissan's, like
D-O-T-S-O-N, and his other ally Roy Dell, whom he met in a land called Lavens.
Patrick,
The
this
story-
is what our D&D campaign is going to be based on.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I would love to do that.
Yes.
Listen to the
I'm gonna
launch
play
of
it,
the
Tyler.
encounter. Together they become known as the Shepherds of the Universe, and throughout the book they have many. They have man adventures. It's supposed to say many. It says man adventures, involving robots.
They have man
No,
adventures.
they have
man adventures involving robots.
And some Wienerland
robots,
shenanigans.
spiders, real spiders, robot spiders, I got it. Real spiders, nasty elves, and flying lizards.
You mean dragons?
No, it says flying lizards on here.
That's what dragons are.
Well, there are also other flying lizards.
Like
that-
what?
I don't know. There's like little gliding lizards that pop their little fans out.
Like I said, he's written 5 books. I own this one. I want to own the Magic Camp. It's only like $11 on Amazon. I need to know what happens to Steven, if he makes it out okay.
I'm
But-
sure he does.
Steven's the bad guy. Why do you want him to make it out? He keeps attacking kids.
He meant Peter.
No, I meant Steven. I already feel for Steven. He's not allowed at the camp anymore. All he wants to do is touch
Because
kids.
he was an
What's wrong
asshole.
with that?
He probably felt up a camper or
Touch them with
something.
magic. Touch them with magic, Drew.
No, he didn't. You diddle kids, you get kicked out. That's how it works.
Oh man.
So, Patrick, you're the only one of us who saw Captain America, right?
Oh my God! Did no one else see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's the best.
Is
Too bad we're gonna talk about it next
I
week.
keep hearing
Quick.
this. Is it the best Marvel movie?
It was my favorite by far. Yeah, I loved Avengers. Avengers was really a 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10. This movie, I enjoyed it more. I thought it had more action, it had more story, which is very hard to do if you also are kind of upping the action. It just felt like the perfect length, and I really wasn't sold on Chris Evans as Captain America before the first film came out, and I liked it. I liked Captain America the same way I kind of liked Thor, but the second one has really upped the action. You got a lot more. This is the most Sam
Jackson.
Nick Fury Jackson has done in any of the films combined. The same thing with Black Widow, she's got a lot to do, and they use Falcon amazingly. Like, they introduce him, he's got a lot of character. There's just so much background in this.
The planet is called Tyler.
Yeah.
Is it spelled like the name Tyler?
Okay, hold on. Can we let's backtrack to the other book where the planet is called Tylorg. Tylorg.
Guys,
2 letters
Wait,
off.
so he has 2 different books. In one it's Planet Tyler, and one it's
Yes.
Planet Tylorg.
You've read correctly, sir. Yes.
and we will see you guys next week on the Obscure Reference
Wait,
Show.
no. Yeah,
What,
tell
we're
people
done?
Hold on. Tell people where they can email us how much
I
they
was
hate
You
gonna
us.
can
I was
email
gonna
us
get
through
to
your
that.
vision orb at Marignon at
Take the green
Flignab
shiny
dot
ball out
org.
of your pocket.
Wait. While we're doing this, because he's in the chat room, I mentioned this on the More You Nerd, but River, who is fronting B-Movie Reviews, is one of our listeners and is starting his own show. He's a longtime listener and has put us as a influence, and I thought it was really awesome that someone who has listened to us kind of was inspired to do their own show.
Yeah.
The Dust Brothers have a song
Jesus Christ!
called Planet Tyler.
Oh no! What?
I'm trying to give someone legitimate props, and Mike is just...
It's from the Fight Club soundtrack.
River says this book sounds like Birdemic.
That's what I was. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's high praise.
So, okay, Mike, since I highly doubt you'll get your mandolin, what did you learn today?
Man, I learned if you can dream it, you can do it.
Drew?
I learned that you can email us at obscureshow@gmail.com. Check us out at facebook.com/obscurereference, Twitter at obscureshow, themoreyounerd.com, F+, click.